Russia is struggling carrying out a massive shelling operation. They need to make larger gains. This is mainly due to Ukraine's HIMARS usage, which makes it a lot harder for Russia storing larger quantities of ammunition close to the front line, which is needed when using so much unguided shelling, as transporting larger quantities further back slows down fire rate. As Western weapon aid has started piling up, Ukraine is talking about counterattacks and started smaller operation of these. The main talked about area is the southern part near Kherson. But as Ukraine is talking about counterattack, Russia is reinforcing this section and are talking about scaling up attacks on this section. Was this, however, part of Ukraine's strategy to trap Russia? Russia has between 25 to 30,000 soldiers positioned here, or around 15 to 20% of their invasion force. With this larger build-up, Ukraine has been able to have smaller counteroffensive on the eastern section of the front line, as these are less reinforced. But what differs the southern section from the war compared to the rest of the front line? The main obstacle is the Dnieper river, where only 3 connection points are between. This is the larger Antonovsky Bridge, a much smaller train passage a little over 5 km away, and a hydroelectric plant over 50 km away. This makes for a few choke points, which Ukraine has targeted. The train carriage bridge has barely been functional and been said to taken out from usage. The Antonovsky Bridge is much larger and have been targeted multiple times from Ukraine using HIMARS. The smaller warheads make it hard to collapse the bridge, but compromise the bridge integrity, making heavier vehicle unsuited to cross, as the section could collapse. This has resulted in Russia trying to create platoon bridges close by to transport heavier military equipment. These are, however, much less effective and easier to target as supply build-up. The last choke point is a hydroelectric plant, which can't be destroyed since it's a war crime and will result in cities being flooded down below. However, certain points before and after can be targeted, resulting in a blockade from transporting heavier equipment. Ukraine have hit this, but in a much more limited extent compared to Antonovsky Bridge. This results in Russia's normal tactic of massive shelling from artillery, followed up by larger armored vehicle and tank formation, can't be carried out. This is leveling the playing field much more, as Ukraine can carry out precision attack, while Russia can't carry out larger onslaught. By Ukraine claiming counteroffensive in the south, Russia tries to reinforce this flank, which is extremely hard if the choke points are targeted, which also relieves other hard to protect section of the country, mainly the flatter east. As heavy equipment and larger amount of ammunition is needed to make any sufficient gains. This becomes very hard to carry out if Ukraine keep denying passage over the Dnieper river. Ukraine has managed to recover the largest section of active front line with Russia from the southern section, which is no coincidence, as this is the hardest front for Russia to carry out their tactics. If Ukraine can continue deny Russia easy access over Dnieper river, they will keep having the upper edge, as they can handle logistics much better. This front line is most likely to go a little bit front and back, but Russia will most likely pull back completely, as they did in the northern section, since they will realize it's too hard to attack or defend from. The question becomes if Ukraine will try to bleed Russia or make a harder push to ensure they can reclaim this section before colder months follows, which will complicate counteroffensive. That's all I had for this video. Please like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching. Bye.